So homelessness is to be without a safe and secure, stable place to live. So that includes people who live on the street. It includes people who live in shelters or transitional housing. It includes people who are temporarily couch surfing, like they sleep on one person's house one day and then they're someplace else the next day. It includes families that camp in the national park for like 4 or 5 months of the year. It's a broad scope, and there are many, many homeless families everywhere. Whether you're in a rural area or urban area, any state in the U.S., homelessness is everywhere.
Homelessness is a topic that we often dismiss. We look at homelessness and we stereotype. We actually place judgment, whether we want to admit it or not, on why someone is homeless. And it's really easy to kind of ignore that.
Usually people become homeless because there has been some cataclysmic event. Like many people become homeless because of floods or fires. Their apartment burns down. People lose their jobs. They go through bankruptcy due to medical costs, which is the #1 cause of bankruptcy in the United States. For women and children, the majority of those families are homeless because of domestic violence. There's prison that's a factor. So if your parent goes to prison, you end up in foster care, and parent gets out of prison and they have a hard time reestablishing life, or you're left with some other relatives who don't have means either. For adolescents, it's a different story. A lot of times it's because like 20 to 40% of them are gay or transgendered or thrown out of their house. For many people, it's that the family is breaking up and they just peel off the adolescents because they're the hardest to manage, and they just keep the younger ones with them. So they might live with a distant relative or a neighbor.
So one thing that we really need to understand when it comes to homelessness is that it's not often these kids' fault. They may be escaping something that we don't quite understand. Their option might be homelessness or go back to my abuser.
Here in Seattle, in King County, every night there are at least 700 homeless youth living in abandoned buildings, sleeping on doorsteps, sleeping in the park, walking around, doing whatever they have to do to get through the night. And every year, that includes about 5,000 youth, just in King County.
And so today alone, 40% of our homeless are children under the age of 18. 1 out of 7 teens will actually run away at some point.
You know, kids don't want to be homeless, and they don't think it's fun, and they don't think it's exciting, and they just need supportive environments, and there need to be a whole lot more of them.